मैं अब जैसा मैंने बताया था कि हैदराबाद से सीको जी एक ऐसी कंपनी है जो चाहती है कि बच्चे तेज़ी से पढ़ें, जब कोई ना हो, टीचर साथ में ना हो तो भी पढ़ पाएँ। तो उस प्रेजेंटेशन के लिए मैं इनवाइट करना चाहूँगा सुधीर रेड्डी जी को एंड कोटेश्वर राव साहब को। ये लोग अपना प्रेजेंटेशन देंगे और बताएंगे कि हम कैसे बच्चे हमारे जो है बेटर लर्निंग आउटकम अचीव कर सकते हैं अपने आप, बिना किसी टीचर की मदद के, ऐसे समय में जब टीचर उनके साथ ना हो। क्योंकि कई बार ऐसा होता है कि हमारे स्कूलों में एक फिजिक्स का टीचर या एक साइंस का टीचर, एक मैथ का टीचर नहीं है, उसके बाद भी लर्निंग न रुके, उसके लिए काफ़ी काम किया इन लोगों ने। ओवर टू कोटेश्वर राव जी।
So quick introduction. Actually, some of you were already there at our stall at X9. So actually, Kodeshwarao is the mind maps expert in India. He's been trained by Tony Buzan, who is actually the inventor of mind maps. So Kodeshwarao is the first guy who actually, started using mind maps in education. So he'll be, detailing that in a few minutes now.
Good evening. Today, let me take this privilege to introduce mind maps and its applications, particularly in education field. So, yeah, he is my guru, Tony Buzan, who invented mind maps about 50 years ago. I got trained by him directly at UK. So, mind maps are a path-breaking innovation of the century, and it's been in the industry from past 50 years, been used Fortune 500 companies, not only the commercially, even education field also, like Oxford, Cambridge, and even NASA kind of organizations use on a regular basis these mind maps. And let's quickly see what is the power of mind maps and how it can be applied in education so that we can help students to learn better way. So, I'm sure most of us are here educators, either school management or the teacher, or some parents must be. So typically for about our students, what is that we wish for? Better results. Always we strive to get better results for our students, right? So that's good, but the major question is how? Shall we put them through the hard work or the smart work? In today's era, I believe all of us prefer the smart work over hard work. We'll see how that can be achieved. So there was a research in some of the European universities, and the outcome I'm planning to share, to get better results, essentially a student requires to have conceptual understanding and excellent memory. I'm sure all of you must agree with me, because student has to have conceptual understanding, then you need to remember that till at least his exams, right? That's the reason it is divided into two. So student has to have conceptual understanding and you should remember that. So again, this concept, how do we get the conceptual understanding? Any student, how they get? First thing, they should be able to identify their learning in terms of the keywords, or the key points, and then should be able to organize that information in a processed manner. That's where that gives them the conceptual clarity. Let's look at the power of key points. It is about 75-80 words per paragraph. Just I'm rushing because of the time. The highlighted words, if you just read the highlighted words, it will give you a complete glimpse of entire paragraph. You need not read entire paragraph. That's the power of keyword. So for example, for some time it has been known that the human brain can be divided into two parts, the left brain and the right brain. It has also been known that the left brain controls the right side of the body and the right brain controls the left side of the body. It also discovered that when the left brain gets damaged, it will cause the right side body become paralyzed, vice versa. Similarly, if the right brain damaged, it will cause the left side body of the body to become paralyzed. In other words, damage to one side of the brain will cause the corresponding opposite side of the body to become paralyzed. Same meaning can be achieved with human brain divided in two parts, left brain, right brain. Left brain controls right side body, right brain controls left side body. Left brain damaged, right side body paralyzed, vice versa. Agree? So that is the power of the keywords. It is like 1:5. So it is more effective and very easy and fast. Now let's look at the power. Just please try to count the number of dots. Any answer? 29, 30. How many dots? 30. What was the difference? Exactly, just organized. The same size, same color, only thing is they were scattered. Here it is organized. Brain likes information organized and it processes faster. We might have said the right answer, but only thing is we took some time to get to the answer, whereas this organized information will give us immediate results. That's the difference. So now we understand why to get the better results, conceptual understanding required. Then now let's quickly look at the excellent memory. Memory also again built on two major building blocks. One is repetition and other one is the left brain, right brain stimulation. I'm sure as a teachers we go through that every day and day out with the kids. Whatever that we teach, if they are not revising it, they forget very soon, which is to the tune of 80% within 2 weeks' time. So for that there is a formula. Whatever that we teach or whatever they learned by a student, he has to revise the chapter the day one, within a week, within a month, within 3 months, within 6 months and before the exam. Then they'll be able to remember and get the better results. But let me ask a question. Is that practically possible for the student in today's scenario with 6+ subjects and so many chapters? Practically this is not possible if I'm not wrong. But what if I say, if you make the students to revise the chapter 10 times faster? Or what if a student is able to revise the chapter in less than 5 minutes? Will they be able to achieve this? Yes, they can achieve this. Let's see what are the big statement that I'm making, how far it is true, and I'll try to demonstrate and prove that that can be achieved. Before that, let me introduce another concept called left brain, right brain theory proposed by Dr. Roger Sperry. For this, he got a Nobel Prize. He says that left brain deals with words, numbers, lines, lists, logic, analysis. Right brain deals with rhythm, color, shapes, maps, imagination, and daydreaming. Once, if we are able to synergize both, the results are going to be infinite. Let me take a quick example. How many of you still remember a movie called Sholay? Everybody. I guess it's older than me. It's about 50 years if I'm not wrong. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Not only the dialogue, heroine name, heroine ka, ghoda ka name bhi yaad hai. Right? Yes. Why it has happened? Exactly. Why? Because whenever you are watching the movie, your left brain, right brain both stimulated simultaneously. That's the reason it is very impactful. Let me show scientifically, movie got words, movie got music, movie got some logic, movie got colors and imagination, movie got some analysis, movie got some daydreaming, right? So as per Roger Sperry, it is compliant with both the skills, hence it is very effective. Let me tell you little later why I'm talking about Roger Sperry theory. Let's move on. Yeah, well, don't take it otherwise. Just for the sake of mind maps, I'm bringing him here. He wrote a book. I'm sure most of you must be knowing. Only thing is why I'm bringing him, because he's also ambassador to our, promoting mind maps. He wrote a book called Exam Warriors. He specifically made a chapter against that, and he says that learn through mind maps so that it helps. Well, essentially there are about 4 brain-friendly ways, out of which we covered 2, right? Keywords and the organized information. Let's look at the power of color and as well as the images. So this is one of the maps without color, same thing in color. I'm sure we know how different it is, how effective it is. Let's look at a paragraph, a small paragraph describing about a postman is being chased by a grey bulldog, the dog which carries blah, 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 and this. I'm sure to describe this picture, it takes about 2-3 pages if I'm not wrong, more detailed way. But here, though it is a small this thing, but still we need to read it, understand, comprehend, then get our understanding right. But here, it's straightforward. Within no time, we're able to understand why. Just because it's an image. I can take another example. I'm sure whenever we took our exams when Bachpan Pe, if you write an answer to a question after drawing an image, I'm sure we might have scored more marks for the particular answer, isn't it? Why? Because there was an image, and whenever you are drawing an image, your association is pretty strong. Looking at that image, you can write your answer better. That means brain always goes with images. And again, there is a saying, an image is equal to 1,000 words. Yeah, now I wanted to prove scientifically that if you look at, as per Rogers-Sperry theory, left brain, right brain, this is the mind map, some of the example of the mind map. Mind map also got words, it got colorful, it got numbers, it got shapes, it got lines, itself is a map, it got logic, it got imagination, it got some analysis. So, when you are consuming mind map, then also your brain gets stimulated. That's the reason it's very powerful. And that's the reason it's appreciated across the world and many people are using. So just I wanted to make a point that it's a scientifically proven method, which is the mind map. So these are our mind maps. We claim that it's India's first comprehensive syllabus-based mind maps. Exactly mapped with subject, chapter, and the concept level. And which enables students to learn, revise 10 times faster and a proven scientific methodology. Let me show whatever that I practically show. It is one of the chapters in class 7th, chemistry chapter, acid, bases, and salts. Are there any science teachers here? If any, please, I request them to raise your hand. So this is about 8 pages content. After converting into a mind map, it looks like this. Without missing any single key concept. Let me quickly cover entire chapter in less than 5 minutes. You know, acids and bases. Acid, taste sour, chemical nature acidic, example lemon juice and curd. Bases, taste bitter, touch soapy, example baking soda, detergent. And it got 2 types of substances. They are called indicators. The substances are called to test acid or bases, right? Then litmus, which comes from lichens, and turmeric, and the China rose. Then there are 2 types of indicators. They are called methyl orange and phenolphthalein. I guess it's not so much. Is it visible to you? Were you able to read the text? Okay. Maybe if there is any science teacher, they can, quickly look at it and appreciate it, or maybe can say that yes. Is there any science teacher? Just I wanted to validate this. Please support any science teacher. I need an answer that did we cover everything as far as the chapter is concerned? Fine, maybe you can cross-check it a little later. Similarly, we created maths also. Maybe any maths teacher here? Yeah, sir, just have a look at it and tell your feedback. Did we able to cover everything pertaining to that respective chapter? It is, surface areas and volumes, which is, everything is covered? Great, mensuration, yes sir. Thank you. So, this is how we did. This is one of the biology chapters from class 8th, reproduction in animals. The good part is it doesn't take more than 5 minutes to revise the entire chapter. One student reads it, he gets that sense of achievement, so that चलो 5 मिनट लगते हैं और एक बार read करेंगे. अरे 5 मिनट, let me revise it again. Think of before the exams, if you revise that chapter or those at least 15-20 chapters, since it is taking only 1 hour to revise the entire subject, he end up revising in one day about 4 or 5 times just before the exams. It's a killer tool during the exams and before the exams. And by the way, if you can look at it creatively, teachers also can use it in a very better way. After end of every chapter, you can use it as a quick revision tool amongst your students in the class. And you can use it as to create your lesson plans as well. Maybe that I can discuss later with you whenever we get time, because we got an offer. Probably you can have a look at it. Yeah, apart from this mind maps, sorry. We have another interesting feature called academic diagnostic test. It's like, blood test. If you go to the, give a blood test and take the results, it will tell you precisely where you have a problem, whether it is cholesterol or sugar or whatever it is, so that you can take the medicine only for that particular area, right? Similarly, our diagnostic test works such a way that precisely it will help, after taking the test, it will tell the student, okay, in this particular chapter, there are about 8 concepts, out of which you could do it 5 or 6 right, 2 or 3 are going wrong, probably you need to fix or relearn them. And typically our progress card or any test that we give the results are, okay, 60%, 70%, 80, 90%, but nobody knows where their remaining 10, 20, 30, 40% is going. No clarity. So, wherein we give the exactly precisely where exactly you are going wrong, where do you need help, where you are doing right. Just let me quickly show that. Yeah, this is our platform. Once you download the app, it looks like that. We are covering math, science, English, and social. And once you click on any of the subject, it will give you the chapter names. Then you can choose to revise and take a test. If you click on revise, it will take you the mind map, which you can consume on mobile, laptop, or a desktop, or your tab, wherever it is possible. Then they can take a test, which is about 60 questions diagnosis test. After end of the test, of course, not so visible, let me explain. It gets a precise report like this. What is his percentage, how many made right, wrong, and how many attended, how many correct, how many wrong. And there are 8 concepts. Each concept, how much is scored. Then what concepts he is good at, which concepts he is not, he required help. So that helps schools and teachers to figure out where they are really going wrong, so that you can plan for your remedial classes or whatever it is. And we support you with more results in terms of school-wise and subject-wise, class-wise and student-wise, so that you can really think of how these things can be fixed. I am sure some of you must be having that, okay, in our school, I think science is not doing great, or physics is not doing great. Many students are going wrong in motion or electricity or magnetism, or many students are not getting good marks in maths, that too in particular area, geography or geometry or algebra. So once you get to know these kind of intelligence, that makes your life easy to fix them, because we know the problem, then we can easily fix it, right? So that's how we'll help you to give you those reports. And most important thing is, through Bloom's, because of our association and we, as an inaugural offer, we are giving whatever that we said, everything is free, along with set of 25 books printed books to your library as a complimentary, first 100 schools in Central India. And whoever is believed in it or agreed or convinced, I request you to just scan it and register yourself, so that you'll get to get this offer, where you get a mind maps orientation session by me for your teachers to give little more insights of mind maps, which is free, that we can do it on online later date. Then access to mind maps, what are the mind maps that I shown, like similar mind maps are available on an app from class 6 to 10th, science and maths, completely free for all your students for next 2 years. Then 5 academic diagnostic tests, they can take it for free. Then 25 books, each class 5 sets, maths and science books, as a complimentary set of books would be sent to your school library for free. Only thing is just you need to say hi on WhatsApp to that number or scan it, so that we consider that you've shown your interest and registered. Later on, we'll get in touch with you to go through that process. However, we did it very smoothly for you. The moment you scan it, it will get open WhatsApp, click on send, then you get a link, click on it, give your details, nominate your teachers, then we are good to go. So yeah, this is what me, just I invite my friend, colleague and co-founder Sudhir Reddy, and we are open to take any questions if you may have.
It's also in the welcome kit. If you received that bag, yes. So that should be in your welcome kit. You can scan in your WhatsApp. You just open your camera and scan that. Just send hi, and there is a simple form. You just need to enter your school name, the phone number, and nominate up to 5 teachers, maths or science teachers from 6th to 10th, and they'll get free training, like he said. And also, the address will help us ship or, post those books, 25 books for your school as well. So any questions, just let us know. And you can also visit us today or tomorrow. We are at stall X9. I know some of you were there. Thank you for that. So any questions, let us know.
कोई प्रश्न करना चाहता है? धन्यवाद सीको जी इस प्रेजेंटेशन के लिए। मैं सीको जी के श्री कोटेश्वर रेड्डी जी का सम्मान करने के लिए मुकेश जयलवाल जी को बुलाता हूं कि वो मुकेश जयलवाल जी सम्मान करें। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद रायपुर आने के लिए और हम लोगों का ज्ञान बढ़ाने के लिए। ये सब सीको जी 25 किताबें दे रही है आपकी लाइब्रेरी के लिए फ्री। अगर आप रजिस्टर करते हैं इस नंबर पे तो वो आपके स्कूल पहुंच जाएंगी।